Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Howell, and I'm back today with another story. Now this week you're going to be learning about animals, lots of animals. Not farm animals so much, but more like zoo animals. So today I have a story for you all about a zoo. Now, I'm on my couch, so get on yours and let's read. A Sick Day for Amos McGee by Philip C. Stead. There you can see Amos's house. Amos McGee was an early riser. Every morning when the alarm changed, he swung his legs out of bed and swapped his pajamas for a fresh pressed uniform. He would wind his watch and set a pot of water to boil, saying to the sugar bowl, "A spoonful for my oatmeal, please, and 2 for my teacup." Belly full and ready for the workday, he'd amble out the door. Now, amble is a good vocabulary word. To amble, Well, it says he ambled out the door. So we can know that whatever he did it to get out the door. So it might mean to walk, and that's actually true. To amble means to walk kind of slowly, not super fast. Every day, Amos waited for the number 5 bus. "Next stop, City Zoo," the bus driver would call. 6 a.m., right on time, he'd reply. So where do you think Amos works? He put on a uniform and then he took a bus to the City Zoo. Amos had a lot to do at the zoo, but he always made time to visit his good friends. So he works at the zoo. He would play chess with the elephant, who thought and thought before making a move. Run races with the tortoise, who never, ever lost. Sit quietly with the penguin, who was very shy. Lend a handkerchief to the rhinoceros, who always had a runny nose. Now I know in my class we've talked about a handkerchief before. A handkerchief is like a cloth that you carry in your pocket to use as a Kleenex. So you don't throw it away like a Kleenex. You keep it in your pocket, and when you need to blow your nose, you blow your nose, and then you wash it in the washing machine, and you use it again. And at sunset, read stories to the owl, who was afraid of the dark. An owl who's afraid of the dark. One day, Amos awoke with the sniffles and the sneezes and the chills. He swung his achy legs out of bed, curled them back again, and said, "Ugh, I don't think I'll be going to work today." Meanwhile, at the zoo, the animals waited for their friend. The elephant arranged his pawns and polished his castles. The tortoise stretched his legs and limbered up. The penguin sat patiently, all by himself. The rhinoceros worried that his allergies were worsening. The owl perched atop a tall stack of storybooks, scratching his head with concern. Where is Amos? The animals wondered. Later that day, let's look at the pictures. What's happening? Here's the gate. all the animals are leaving the zoo. And now look. Can you tell what they're doing? What's this right here? That's a bus sign. They're all on the bus. Hooray! My good friends are here. They went to visit Amos. The elephant prepared a game of chess. Amos thought and thought before making a move. I'm too tired to run races today, said Amos to the tortoise. Let's play hide and seek instead. The tortoise hid inside his shell. Amos hid beneath the covers. Amos yawned. I could use a nap. The penguin sat quietly, keeping Amos' feet warm. Achoo! Amos awoke with a sneeze. The rhinoceros was ready with a handkerchief. See, he's giving him his handkerchief. I'm beginning to feel much better, thank you, said Amos to his friends. He swung his legs out of bed. Perhaps we'll share a pot of tea. Look at the elephant, how big he is. Amos wound his alarm clock. It's getting late, he said. After all, we have a morning bus to catch. So Amos said good night to the elephant, and good night to the tortoise, and good night to the penguin, and good night to the rhinoceros, and good night to the owl, who, knowing that Amos was afraid of the dark, read a story aloud before turning out the light. The end. Now, boys and girls, that was obviously a fiction story because I think that if the animals left the zoo, a lot of people would be worried about them. But it's a nice story. Amos was a good friend to the animals, and when he was sick, they were a good friend to him. Now, I hope that you noticed on the front of the book that this is an award book, which means that those are always good books to read because they have been given an award. I also hope you notice that several of the pages in this book did not have words, just pictures. And sometimes if it's a book that has pictures, the pictures can actually help you understand what's happening in the story. So when you're reading books at home, or when you are reading books with your grown-up, or when you're able to go back to school or to the library, I hope you remember that the pictures can always or often help you figure out what's happening in the story. I hope you had a great time reading today, and I hope you're having a great time reading about or learning about animals. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.